Okay, welcome to a new video for the Dragon Ball Super card game. Last time I looked at the new Android 21. Now we're gonna look at the new structure leader Majin Vegeta. First, let's look at the unawakened side. When this card attacks, draw one card. Pretty simple. When your life is at 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy and a yellow Son Goku in play with an energy cost of 2, you can awaken. Pretty simple awaken condition. It's a guaranteed turn 2 because even if you didn't have any of the Gokus in hand, you can awaken by getting this guy turn 2. So it's basically guaranteed. Next, we got the awakened side, Super Saiyan Vegeta Fighting Instinct. Auto when this card attacks, draw one card. Same auto. Activate main/battle once per turn. Switch one of your Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku Destined Battle or Trunks, aka this guy or this Trunks, to rest mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons and switch them to rest mode. Very nice. And it does synergize very well with those two cards. You'll see why later on. He has an activate battle. Once per turn, add one card from your life to your hand. This card gets 5k power for the turn. Basically a free Senzu for the leader every turn, even on your opponent's turn. Very, very nice and very powerful. This deck, in my opinion, is one of the most aggressive, very good yellow decks at the moment. We got Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Destined Battle. Servant auto limit 1. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less in rest mode and KO it. Additionally, if you have a Goku in play or in your Z energy and you have 3 or more energy, this card gains double strike. So it's a 1 cost, double strike servant, very nice. Next we got the Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku, Destined Battle. Unique auto, if it's your turn when you use your leader's skill to switch this card to rest mode, draw one card, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this card cannot be KO'd by your leader's skill. Now, at the moment, this does not make any sense, but you'll see why it's very important later on when we look at the Z leader. Of course, if you have a yellow Vegeta card in play or in your Z energy, at the start of your opponent's turn, this card reactivates and it gains blocker. So, 1 drop, 19k blocker. Very nice. We got the Trunks. I only play 3 of them. He's the weakest of the 3, so I don't really need 4. Auto limit 1. If your leader is a yellow Vegeta card, when you add one of your yellow cards to your Z energy, you can play this guy for 1. So, not too bad. If you have 3 or more energy and a yellow Vegeta card in play or in your Z energy, this card becomes a 20k double striker when it attacks. So, very, very good. Next, we're gonna look at, of course, we got Super Combo Krillin. Pretty self-explanatory. Just bottom deck 1, draw 2. Super Combo. Staple in every yellow deck. We got 2 of this Vegeta buying time. This is basically your secondary turn 1 play. You play him, draw 1, combo him next turn. You have a Vegeta in your Z energy. Now most of your cards are active, so very nice. Usually your turn 1 play is gonna be Kibito Kai. Since he's your turn 1 searcher, you play him. Top 5, add 1 Saiyan or Earthling. Very nice. Next we got SS Son Goku and SS Vegeta Ultimate Duo. This card, let's just say I don't know why it exists, because it's way too powerful, honestly. In your Z energy, it counts as both Goku and Vegeta, so very nice for all your effects. Auto when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, negate its skills, and KO it. Now, this came up when I was playing this deck in locals. I played it and just negated Acel Max's skills and KO'd it without activating its skill of destroying the field and taking a life after being removed from the game by an opponent's skill. Because I negated him before KOing it. That is extremely powerful. So, yeah. And it's a 1-drop. It's a 1-drop, 20k double strike. Why does this card exist? Very powerful. Next, we got the Secret Rare, your number 1. I was gonna talk about this last, but let's get it out of the way right now. Most people play Gohan Piccolo Super Combo. And in some cases, yes, that Secret Rare is better. In my opinion, this is much better because just 3 cost. If your leader is Saiyan or Earthling, both mono yellow, and you have 3 or more energy, choose up to one of your opponent's cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode. That also counts for energies, by the way. You can play that, tap 3, play it, tap one of your opponent's energy. Why? And then play up to 1 yellow Son Goku card from your deck, hand, or drop. Shuffle your deck if you look through it. Simple. And for the turn, the Goku has plus 10k, triple strike, and dual attack. And it cannot be removed, so it basically gains barrier. Why? This Secret Rare is actually busted. Because you can get this guy out. Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, Universe at Stake. This card is supposed to be in the Spirit Bomb deck, but it can work in any yellow Saiyan deck, honestly. Or any yellow deck in general, actually. When this card attacks, choose one. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and switch it to rest mode. Or choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. And you can normally play it for 2 if you have a yellow Z leader or a yellow Z battle card in play. But whether you are number 1, you get this guy out for 3, give him plus 10k, so he's a 40k triple striker, dual attacker. Not only that, once you're done with your dual attacks, if all cards in your battle area are in rest mode, switch this card to active mode. So triple strike, triple attack. Yeah. And every time it attacks, it switches something to rest mode. Now it shows how this card, like, your number 1, in my opinion, is much better than Gohan Piccolo Super Combo. Next, we're gonna look at one of the most busted negates that this set have played, have introduced, I should say, for yellow. It's a counterplay. It's not a counterattack. It's a counterplay. It's basically Frieza Riposte as a counterplay with added effects. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, but I'll take it. So basically, you can if you have 2 Z energy, this is a 1 cost, so you can play it for 1. During your opponent's turn, while your leader is yellow, your opponent has 2 or more energy, and you have 2 or more Z energy. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 7, so it's a 1 cost. When this card is played from your hand, your opponent cannot attack with non-leaders unless they choose one of their active mode cards and switch it to rest mode. That counts for energy as well, so they can attack and switch one of their energy to rest mode. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. Each time, and then at the end of this turn, this card goes away to the warp. It's fine. You don't want it on the field for too long anyways. It's a blocker, so play it. Your opponent can barely attack. You block an attack. He's dead. He's done for the turn. And if your leader is a Z leader, or you have a yellow Z battle card, your leader gains the following skill for the turn. Permanent, negate all of your opponent's strike skills for the turn. Double strike, triple strike, gone. They do not exist. Except for one case, being Red Gogeta. Red Gogeta does not care about this effect, so... Other than that, this effect is actually pretty powerful. So, yeah. Next we got two Time Magic. Pretty simple negate. You negate the card, choose a card in rest mode, ignoring barrier, cannot switch to active until the end of, until the start of your turn, of your next turn. We got two Frieza Army reinforcements, clone tokens. Pretty simple. You don't really need a lot. 2 is enough in my opinion. You can play 3, but I'll stick with 2. We got 3 Flying Nimbus. Negate attack. Discard 1. Your opponent can only attack 1 more time with battle cards. Very nice. We got 1 the power of Super Saiyan. Negate the attack. If you have a 1 or more mono yellow energy in active mode, you can activate this card's activate battle skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. And the activate battle is if your leader card is mono yellow, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, switch to rest mode. You can activate the activate battle skill on copies of this card for the turn. Well, that part doesn't really matter because the card is at limit 1, but you know. Anyways. Next we got 2 Forbidden Power. It's kind of like Flying Nimbus, but yeah, if your leader card is yellow, your opponent can only attack with battle cards 1 more time for the turn. This does not negate the attack, but it has the same secondary effect. It also does have an activate battle. If your leader card is yellow and it's your turn, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode, then choose up to 1 of your yellow cards and it gets plus 10k for the battle. It's kind of like a bootleg Black Kamehameha. So, not too bad. Next we got 2 Final Flashes. Activate battle. If your leader is yellow, choose up to 1 of your leader cards or battle cards and it gets plus 15k for the power for the duration of the battle. Very nice. If all your energy is yellow when you activate this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, negate its skills for the turn. This actually comes up quite a lot in the 21 matchup, so very useful. Next we got, I play only 2 repost because I feel like 4 is too much when you have the Vegeta as well. So 2 is enough for me. It's the same effect, but it's free. That's about it. Like repost is technically a better Vegeta, but I like the Vegeta better because it's a blocker as well. We got 1 of Son Goku's Steadfast Assistant. This is basically a free counterplay that also is a blocker. When you play it, you draw 1 card and rest. The card being played is put in rest mode, so pretty nice. Only you can play it at 2, but I prefer having it at 1. Next we got 1 of Pan. This card is just there because it comes up sometimes. It's mostly like a tech card. You don't play it that often. But if you use it as a Z energy cost, you can play it for 1. So it's not that bad. It's a dual attacker. Basically a 15k because every time it attacks, you use a 5k combo from your drop, so it's a 15k dual attacker for 1. We got 1 Majin Buu Vile Onslaught. This card, This actually is kind of stupid. It's a double striker. The dual attack doesn't come up because it only works with the Majin Buu deck. Yeah, so it's only a 30k dual attacker, which I mean double striker, which is still stupid, by the way. That can be played for one if you have four more energy. So turn four, you can get this guy out, play your number one, get the Goku out. So much pressure, very nice. And finally, for the main deck at least, we got one counter cooler. A lot of people play like two or three of this. I don't really see it come up that often. I play it on one. It's mostly for like final attack type of thing. You're only one hit away from winning. Your opponent counters, activate the counter, continue your attack, win. Pretty simple. Next, we're gonna go into the Z deck. We got one SS3 Vegeta, Terrifying Agent of Destruction. This is the newest promo card. Dual attack, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. And if you do that, this card gains critical for the turn. So, dual attack critical, 20k. Very nice. We got two SS2 Son Goku Overflowing Aura. Z stack 1, yellow battle card. When you play it, you put one yellow battle card underneath it from your Z deck. Mostly it's gonna be this guy. So, yeah. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your Prince of Destruction Vegeta Destined Battle. Switch it to active mode. So basically this is your only way. Well, yeah, your only way other than your opponent switching it to active mode on their own. But your only way of getting this guy to active mode again. Because he has Servant, he cannot activate again. Servant basically gives any card plus 10k and it cannot reactivate. So most people would see this and think it's bad, but it's not too bad. Next, we got two of the Majin Buu Despair's Revival. Dual attacker, when this card is played, it cannot be removed from your battle area by skills until the end of your opponent's next turn. Activate main, limit 1. You can play it from under your Z leader or under your Goku. Activate battle once per turn. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Not too bad. Dual attacker, 19k. Can put things to rest mode. Can be played for one. Not too bad. We got one Oolong. It's just there for the special cases that you need to copy a card. It doesn't really come up that often, but you know, it's not too bad. And finally, we got the Z Leader, which, in my opinion, one of the best Z Leaders in the game currently. It's actually busted. When your life is at 3 or less, you can Z Awaken to Z Energy. Very nice. Activate main once per turn. Switch up to one of your Son Goku or Trunks cards to rest mode. Draw one card. So basically, if you have this guy in play, and you have a Z Leader, you switch this guy to rest mode. Draw one card from the Z Leader. Draw one card from this guy. 2 draws, and put one of your opponent's cards to rest mode as well. Like, wow. Activate battle. This is the literal final explosion of this deck. I love this effect because it just is a very cool reference for the show. Activate battle. Add cards from your life to your hand until you have only one life left. This card gets plus 15k and double strike for the battle. Choose all battle cards ignoring barrier and KO them. So now you see the synergy with the Z Leader and this guy and the Trunks. If you switch them to rest mode, they cannot be KO'd by your leader's skill. So you activate your leader to switch this guy to rest mode, draw 2 cards. This guy cannot be KO'd now. And you draw 2 cards, as I said, and it's a plus 15k. So This is a combo that I really like doing. You go down to 4 life, activate battle, draw draw one card to gain plus 5. So your leader is 20. You're at 3 life. You Z awaken mid battle. You're at 25. You can activate the battle effect, gain another 15k, and you can also activate a final flash if you can, another plus 15k. This leader is very aggressive, and I love it. And yeah, this is one of my favorite combos. This deck can be very aggressive. It can win games very easily. I myself lost to it at turn 3 twice. So yeah, very powerful deck. That's about it for the deck list. I hope you enjoy, and if I ever update my profile, I shall upload another video for the updated list. I will probably do the same for the Android 21, so stay tuned for that. See you next time for another video for honestly my favorite game at the moment. Peace.